A very good morning to all of you. Welcome you all in 2 week faculty development program on quality of teaching, learning and research organized by IQAC ISFCP in collaboration with APTI Punjab State Branch. Today we have eminent scientist and a great professor, Dr. Amandeep Singh from ISF College of Pharmacy, Department of Pharmaceutics. Sir, we welcome you in this 2 week faculty development program and requesting you to please proceed further.
Thank you, Mehin sir. Good morning to all respected eminent personalities and dear students and all the participants who are connected through online platform. Welcome you all in 2 weeks field development program on quality of teaching, learning and research organized by IQAC and ISCP in collaboration with APT Punjab branch. So title of my talk is Advanced Drug Delivery Strategies for Colon Targeting, a Paradigm Shift in Gastrointestinal Therapy. So, first of all, it is very essential to clear that, to view that, what is the need of colon drug delivery systems. So, in case of your ulcerative colitis, your Crohn disease, in case of cancer, it is very essential to target the disease site so that we can avoid the minimum side effects. When we talk about the conventional dosage form, there are some tablets, capsules, even though first line drugs are also there. But the major problem for those conventional system is they are not completely targeted. Means that the premature release of drug in the stomach side is the one of the major problem that is observed. For this, various side effects are observed to remove this problem, or we can say that to alter the exact solution of the management of disease. The colon drug system has a we can say that empower to system for the management of colon. A part of this, the this system have also some important benefits, like they overcome the degradation as well as the first pass metabolism. When we talk about the actual pathophysiology of this disease of your GAT pattern, different pH pattern is there. As you can see that small intestine is also there, your stomach region as well as the colon site. The pH is vary from one to another. That's why it's very difficult to target this approach. Next important part is why we need to target the colon. Yes, to provide the drug at the specific site in the mucosal site, we need to target the drug. A part of this, the various enzymes are available in the colonic site, which are available, readily available for the degradation of various enzymes, which are responsible for the degradation of particular carriers. Peptides, proteins, and vaccines, this can be also proceed for this colon site. Now, important part is what type of disease that can be targeted by colon drug systems. A part of this, your IBS, irritable bowel disease syndrome, also feasible for peptides and hormone delivery, colorectal cancers, ulcerative colitis, and Crohn disease, as I have discussed already. A part of the other formulations, your intramuscular IV, the oral route is the one of the most preferred route due to the patient compliance as well as cost effectiveness. However, conventional oral systems often results in drug degradation or small stomach or small intestines. For the same, for this, we can say that to remove this hinder, we can make a feasible approach for the colon targeting by which the side effect can be also reduced. Now come to the next point. We have discussed about the pathophysiology of disease. We have discussed about the various pH variation. The next important point is what are the various challenges which have to be faced when we are proceeding for your drug delivery concerned with the colon. First is the variable gastrointestinal pH. For example, when you're trying to prepare any kind of formulation, it should be keep in mind, keep in consideration that they should have maintained their integrity in the acidic pH. Means there should be enough enteric coating or something approach which you must can be there, so that drug can be prevent release at the stomach site. After that, they will follow the small intestine and literally proceed with the colon site, where with responsible enzymes the degradation of polymer can be also possible. Next important pass is the gastric emptying time variation. Yes, in case of disease, in case of ulcerative colitis, in case of colon cancer, the gastric emptying time suffer from one to another. So it is also very big challenges. Even though one important part I want to discuss here, the pH is also vary. In case of your colitis site, the pH rise to be more. So the during formulation, it also consider that the choice of polymer is highly mandatory and highly feasible, so that they can withstand with the variable pH. Part of this is the microbial and enzymatic degradation. Physiological of the colon site is, as we know, that vary from 6.4 to 7.4 pH, presence of anaerobic bacteria, having a sufficient fluid volume and a transit time. Now, what are the various approaches which are used for colon targeting? pH pen system, as we have discussed earlier, in which polymer hydrogen acids are utilized usually physically, and you can also search on Google Scholar. These are the various research papers which are use this kind of polymers. Time dependent, with the help of your HPMC polymers, researchers are preparing the various carriers for the same. Microbial trigger systems are also there, which will work on the basis of microbial. Net pressure control systems, these are the commonly used practice or approaches for the research based. First is your pH sensitive drug system based. This system will prevent the formulation, their release in the stomach and small intestine, so that by this approach we can also target the colon site very carefully with the use of CAB, that is your cellulose acid phthalate, as well as hydrogen acids, L&R, as well as combinations. Various grades are available, depend upon the use and their precision. So ultimate goal of these formulations is to provide their maximum release the drug at the stomach site. Next is the time dependent systems, that is based on the independent of pH, as we discussed earlier, but dependent on the gastrointestinal transit time. You can observe in the stomach site at the initial 3 hours there is a negligible drug release. As it moves to the colon site, the maximum feasibility of drug is also there. Next is your microbial triggered system. Microbes means various type of polysaccharides are there, like oxytocin, guargum, pectins are there. They are specifically, we can say that in naturally available, which are we can say that degraded by the colonic enzyme very easily, so that it's a there is a biodegradable nature. No side effect occur if we use this kind of formulation. So particular colonic enzymes are available in the colon site. As the drug reach in the colon site, they will degrade and easily show the therapeutic action that is based on the target site. When we talk about the drugs, bifidobacterium and other various enzyme-based systems are there which are used for this. Next part is the we're talking about the novel carriers. What are the various carriers? A part of the conventional, a part of conventional tablet and capsules are the conventional part. A part of this microsphere, nanoparticles, hydrogels, prodrugs, mucoadhesive carriers, pressure control release, and pellets. These are the frequently used approaches by the various researchers to introduce new research in the markets. This is a research paper I have shared with you from my research part. At that time, pellets was formed by polymer pectin, that is the your mucoadhesive polymer, as well as polysaccharides. The probiotic was utilized, that is Saccharomyces boulardii. The consumption of Saccharomyces boulardii is to enroll. This is the purpose of major work is so that in case of colitis, the layering of that colitis is also rapid. The concentration of the colonic microbiota that is also reduced. The combination of your this drug mesalamine along with the probiotic that will give the synergism effect. One more thing I want to discuss here in that thing mucoadhesive parameter. We have performed the pellets based study by which we have checked mucoadhesive property of the coated and uncoated pellets.
ਉਹ ਯਾਰ ਲਾਈਟ ਗਈ ਆ ਉਹ ਯਾਰ ਪਾਵਰ ਤੇ ਦੇ ਦਿਓ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਉਦੋਂ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਹੀ
Oh, yaar, हद हो गई तुम इतना अच्छा
ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ
Sir, there is no issue. You can continue with the last slide.
okay sir. So we are discussing about the size of the particles. So thing is, important part is when we deal with the microparticle systems, it will enhance the mucosal penetration. But when we deal with the nanoparticulate carriers, it will provide controlled and sustained release. So this is the diagrammatical formation you can observe. Now, next is the emerging trends in colon drug release systems. A part of the pH and time dependent systems. Now, various systems are there which can utilize smart polymers and micro science, which can specifically improve with the size specificity as well as safety and as well as therapeutic efficacy of the formulation. And if you talk about the today's era for research, so 3D printing have a very good and unique formation. Apart of this, even though 4D printing is also in the pipeline, researchers are also working on this. So 3D printing enables precise and as well as personalized dosage form with the control strategies, layer-wise drug loading for the current specific drug release. So it will also give a sustained formation for the this is the diagram of the 3D printing as well as Hall met extrusion perspective. A part of this, nowadays, the researchers are also working on your microbiota triggered drug release systems where particular enzyme based systems are there. The carriers are coated with the enzyme so that the ultimate target to the colon can be achieved, and it will also reduce the premature drug release in the upper GAT systems. You can also observe in the given figure, probiotic bacteria are there, bacterial enzymes are there by which the coated formulation will release and drug is diffused down. Next is your smart and stimuli responsive. Stimuli means there is a some trigger you can utilize as a redox. For example, in case of colitis, the formation of colitis is there. There is a higher level of ROS. That is a reactive oxygen species. When ROS is higher, we can utilize it as a target site for the colitis. So these are the researchers, various researchers are doing the research on this particular. They can utilize the stimuli responsive as a site based. A part of this, your MPO, myeloperoxide, LPO, lipoperoxide, the researchers are trying to focus on these or markers so that our formulation can feasibly and precisely available at the colon site. So I want to share one more thing. I was invited by University of Southern Malaysia. At that, the conference was there. They're linked with the cancer sites. So at there, I have seen that various researchers have seen their research which are concerned with the scintigraphy techniques. So what is this basically? Radioactive markers are utilized during the formulations. It can be feasible in the human also, it can be feasible in the animals also. So purpose of this is we can able to find that movement of drug from your oral site to the up to the colon site. A part of this, various advanced technologies are there. We can say that dual isotope gamma scintigraphy, your with the smart radio labeling, and nowadays with AI it can be also possible. These are some pics from that, that talk. So last about this is the future perspective. When we talk about future perspective, in this complete talk we have discussed about the various pH based, what are the various hindrances, what are the various problems, what are the various challenges. Apart this, we also discussed what type of methodologies are there, and we have also discussed kind of a hot melt as well as your 3D printing. These are the nowadays working. A part of this, we can say that in the future perspective, real-time response system can also be feasible. One more thing, in vitro, in vivo correlation models is highly required and feasible, so that in the your in vitro lab testing as well as drug release, we can ensure that the same pattern is also followed in the animal also. A part of this, various regulatory concern is also required. That will also enhance the system. It will also build up system. So thank you so much for your time and patience. So I have shared my LinkedIn profile also. You can add me for the more research publications and updates. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Aman, for this wonderful lecture. And we request to all concerned audience, if you have any question, please write down in the chat box. Our expert will reply accordingly. Thank you so much.